live your life, which you are doing because you're at Coachella with Louis, but you just take note of who's buying into that. So whoever matters in your life knows you. So that's enough, honey. Yeah, you don't need to fill it with the external stuff. So if this is true, which I've heard for years, I just am giving true from the bottom of my heart advice to Teresa. Like, girl, who cares? Yeah, that's really all I have to say. Now, look, I'm not picking on Teresa because you look at the New Jersey cast, there's been rumors that, please, Margaret Josephs, the word finsta doesn't even exist if it weren't for Margaret. Margaret Josephs invented the finsta. Okay. I told you, Lexi's in the outhouse. She's calling, Lexi, I can't find my finsta. She has phones. Marge is like, under the bed, there are boxes of phones. She can't even find which Finsta is which. I'm pissed off at Dolores today. Let me get the Dolores Finsta. Oh shit. Danielle Cabral came for me. Let me get the Cabral Finsta. She has two Finstas for Jennifer Aydin. She's got so much going on with her. But Marge invented the Finsta, so I'm not giving her. Melissa, she probably dabbles. I mean, she wakes up, she has the mirrors, she looks in them. Mirror, mirror, who's the fairest? It's me, J-Lo, I mean, Melissa. So I think Dolores probably keeps herself clean for the most part. You look at like Jackie Goldschneider. Jackie Goldschneider. She's clean. I'm sorry. Jackie Goldschneider, the lawyer, okay, is not sitting there with Evan with fucking finstas and plotting. Jen Fessler, stay true. Stay true to yourself, Fessler. You might be the Messler, but don't go there. Don't go there, girl. So I think there's some good girls over here, some good women on New Jersey. But look what's going on. Then the other thing that's being researched, and we're not going to spend too much time on this because this isn't on the show. It's just what's going on the side. And it's like, I don't think the other franchises do all this. I really don't. And I got nothing against anyone. Go for it. Do this all day. Do this all day. But what? Like it truly blows my mind because you're making so much money that why do you care? Why does Teresa care? So I don't know if it's true, but it's something that keeps coming up. Now, here is something else that resurfaced, which seems to be true because we're looking at it with our own eyes. Jennifer Aydin, I say all the time, girl, you're a good girl. And I do think deep down, she's probably a good girl. But now there's these things that are being shown that Jennifer Aydin is given the screeners. Now, let me tell you something. You know who gets screeners from Bravo? David Yontef behind the Velvet Rope. I've gotten screeners from Hulu, Bravo, CBS, MTV, Netflix. You get a screener. So I'm interviewing someone from Selling Sunset. Okay. Mary Fitzgerald's coming back on the podcast. The season comes out next week. Well, how am I going to interview Mary Fitzgerald? Now, I've been doing this for so long, so I'm a professional. I could interview someone without reading one word of their book, watching 1 minute of the damn TV show. But when I have the time, I like to watch it. So Mary's coming on. I will get the entire season of Selling Sunset, the entire thing, which is coming out next week from Netflix. I'll get the entire The Valley because someone's coming on from Bravo, or 5 episodes, whatever it is. Now, this is so confidential. The whole season, I know exactly what's happening. The whole thing. So that's where I feel all these other they're so like exclusive in this and no. You have the whole thing. Now, when you get the screener from whatever thing it is, you have a password, you have an email. It says in the email, it says 1,000 times you are not to send that to anyone. A lot of times when you actually open the screener, it will say across the thing, Netflix. So you're watching the show, you can't even watch. I mean, you can watch it, but it says Netflix across it. So a lot of times it's not a finished episode. Like for New Jersey, say I'm going to get the New Jersey, it's airing tomorrow night. I have it 3 days in advance. They send it to the cast, of course, so you can see but normally it's like, it's rough cut. It's not like fully edited, but you get the idea. It's pretty much what you're going to see, but you can't send that out. So apparently it resurfaced that Jennifer was now sending this to certain people, which again, you don't make no $2 million, Jennifer, but girl, you're making a very good salary at this point. Girl, you're like in the fives, probably, maybe six. Jennifer Aydin, come on. Now, I don't know if in her defense is the right word, but you're a good friend to Teresa. I understand you're trying to protect your friend, but now she's apparently sending these screeners to people to try to have them watch it and say good things about Teresa. I don't know. Jennifer, come on now. I call you a good girl and I see this. That's not right. And mind you, how does Bravo feel about all this with Teresa, Jennifer, and whoever else? Whoever else. Again, please, let's not, Margaret, who's probably up to just as no good. She's this Margaret Joseph. She's good at the game. She covers her ass. She's good. So I just think my point is it's actually positive. I'm not mad at anyone, but guys, you're on the show. Like, what are you doing? Don't ruin the opportunity. Look, I still think it's Teresa's show. I don't think she's going to go anywhere, but like, just stop it. Okay. Just play up and up on the narrow. This is all the people don't like it. You guys probably don't even like that I'm talking about this. It's too dark, but does everyone realize this goes on in Jersey? And it really could, again, could you imagine Sutton Strack, who, mind you, if Sutton were to say, here's $100,000 a month to hire some investigator to bring down Kyle, Sutton could actually afford it. Like, could you imagine the damage that Sutton Strack could do? I mean, can you imagine that? She can go call Bo Dietl. Can you imagine? I mean, any investigator would take $200,000 a month from Sutton Strack. Can you imagine Beverly Hills doing this? No. And for all of her, she's such a rat in the fucking corner, that Tamara, chasing after the piece of Gouda. Tamara doesn't even do this. I mean, Tamara will just like fucking hit you in the eyes. So this underbelly, I think probably Potomac has engaged Salt Lake. But I mean, could you imagine Ramona doing this? Ramona wouldn't even know where the fucking phone was. Bethany, with all the money in the world, is not sitting there investigating her castmates. It's just, it's something about New Jersey, But we are going to have a good time here during the season. We're not just going to talk about Jersey. We're going to have a lot of guests on. I got some other surprises coming. We didn't talk all about Jersey here today, guys. But by the way, it's also kind of like a little bit of a slow week in terms of, for the first time ever, there's no housewife shows on. I do have a plan for when Jersey comes back. We're going to add a little something fun to the shows. I love you all. Hopefully that wasn't too dark. I really have nothing against anyone. If all this is going on, it has nothing to do with me. Again, I think I'm at a loss of words when I see something like an actual email or text, and it's clearly from Jen. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, don't risk your job. It's not worth it. On the show, I really, really do enjoy Miss Aydin. She's very, very humorous. Not for nothing, Margaret's good at the job. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's end on something positive. You know what I just thought of? Keeping in the Jersey family. Brittany, Frank Catania's fiance, Frank the Tank, is engaged. Brittany just had her bachelorette party at the Brownstone. Dolores was there. She looked great. And Melissa was there. And I saw Rachel Fuda there. I don't know who else was there. Those are the people I saw. Fuda and Melissa and Dolores. Dolores looked great. You have to respect the modern day. Like, her and Frank are totally BFFs. And good for Frank. I mean, I remember once having a conversation with Frank, and he's like, apparently, because like Frank, he goes to bed earlier. He's not a spring chicken. No shade to Frank, honey, because I ain't no fucking spring chicken. But he once said to me at a party, he's like, Brittany will be in bed before me. Like, Brittany, I think, is like an old soul. So it works, and they seem really in love. She seems like a great girl. Guys, let me just be happy and say something positive. That's the thing. I'm not a troll. I say very happy things when I see that. And so this was great. And Dolores, like, let me tell you something, at this party looked like covered up, but like gorgeous. Like, maybe it's like, hey, I'm the ex-wife. It's not my time to shine. Like she didn't wear something low, showing off the body. I mean, Dolores has a great fucking body. And just Brittany looked gorgeous. And so there you go. We're ending on a positive note. Let's all breathe. Let's have a good Saturday. Was that too much of a underbelly chat for you guys? Did I take it dark? Let's be happy. Be happy. Life is good. And seriously, I mean it. All of you out there, when you're getting upset, when someone's saying something about you, just remember, let them run with a fake narrative because it's top tier self care. And sure, you could see those friends of yours that are jumping in on the narrative. Those are called fake friends. You block and then you move on. Life is good. Let's all be happy. I love you all. I love you all. My loyalty is towards my listeners here behind the velvet rope. We are not here to make any friends in the housewives world. We're not here to be loved.